Hey, you got this shit all the way rigged up, bro.
Yeah, I got it all going. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Doggie Diamonds. Another episode of Doggie Diamonds No Filter. Today, I got a special guest. Um, he don't really need no introduction. You heard him speak a minute ago. Maybe you caught the voice, maybe you didn't. But I'm gonna put him on the screen real quick. Let him know who you be.
Salute, salute. What's good, world, man? It's INS Your Highness, aka Inspector Deck, the General. We're
Ins-
shaking.
Inspector Deck. So, how did you get the name Inspector Deck?
Mm. So, Deck just came from writing graffiti back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Just tagging up the walls, going to school, stealing the erasers and the marsh ink and all of that. For those who know what time it is, used to write heavy. Used to hit the trains up. Throw the stickers up on the buses, and was really into that life. And then, when I went to jail, just kind of, first time being in jail, I had to sit back, analyze, and watch things and pay attention to who was moving with who, and you know what I'm saying. And when I came home, I kind of still had that attitude. And UGuard was the one who gave me that name.
Mm.
If you remember, there's like a cartoon, it's old school, called a Pink Panther cartoon, and there's an inspector on the cartoon. It's always checking for the Pink Panther, and you got a little homeboy, but one day he just said that, like, yo, Inspector, like the way he said on the cartoon, and it just stuck, man. It was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I like how you just sitting back minding your business, just checking the scene first and all. I said, yeah, man, Inspector. And then when WuTang formed and everybody had these dope names, the RZA, the GZA, the Method Man, Raekwon the Chef, Ghostface Killer, I just was like, yeah, take that Inspector and then put the Deck when I used to tag up and make my little superhero title right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Well, you always came off very quiet. Didn't do too much press. Didn't do too much media. Is that really your personality, or you have an issue with the press?
Nah, man, I ain't got no issue with none of that, man. Like, for me, just coming from where I came from, coming off the streets and all that, like it kind of happened in the beginning, kind of just happened like that. I tell people like I'm in a group of superheroes, man. If you look at it like I'm in a group with the X-Men or I'm in a group with the you know Justice League. Um, you know, before I can save the day, Hulk already smashed already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hulk done
yeah.
smashed already. Iron Man done saved the day already. So it's like, and I could be the Flash. I get up on the scene. It's already handled because I'm dealing with a superhero group. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times in the beginning, I just fell back. Ray had a lot to say. Meth had a lot to say. RZA was the biggest advocate. So I let a lot of brothers do their talking and say what they got to say. And for the most part, it was a gift and a curse. You know what I'm saying? It
I
was
wanted
a,
to
it was a,
ask you
it was
that.
a way to there's a way to take a lot of pressure off me from answering questions that I really didn't know, just coming off the streets, jumping into the music game. And then, it was a curse because damn, I never really said my piece all that time. You know what I'm saying? So, playing the background, that's what happens. You wind up in the background. You feel me? So, you
But
know,
you
it.
you are the I told you you the I think you would be damn, what title would I give you? I don't know if it's a quarterback, but I know you definitely the set it off guy. You the guy who gonna swing on everybody first, lyrically, to me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
how is that by design? Because I can't, like I told you when we built, Sidebar, I cannot picture Triumph without you starting that. And that's like
Right.
one of the most historic verses. Is that by design that you start the songs like that?
That's by RZA design,
Okay.
for sure. He's always good at placing people on the track and things like that. And like you said, I never even thought about it like that. Meth verse don't sound like it should go first, or this verse don't sound like it should go first. Like when I think about it, it kind of that's real. Like if I had to sit there and arrange that song right now, I probably would put me first too.
Mm-hmm.
So, or even like, even I think Ghost verse could have went first. Look at all these bad niggas laid back, man. My man,
Nah, nope. Nope. I bomb atomically. Nothing is, listen, bro,
Yeah,
nothing. That right there is it. You know, that's one of the greatest verses of all time. I know I don't want you to be modest. I want you to be a little arrogant right now because you
right.
did your thing with that pen. You know what I'm saying? And that was just so important
Appreciate that.
because when it came on, I was just like, oh nah. That set the tone to where if the song went off after your verse, we got what we needed.
You was good. You
We
was
was
good.
good.
Yeah,
It was that great. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
When you was writing Triumph, this is during the time where Wu is WuTang, always going to be WuTang, but y'all getting a little slept on. People want to know if y'all still got it. Some of the songs people wasn't liking, some of the projects.
Hmm.
What was your feeling and what was the clan's feeling going into this record right here? Because this record right here, y'all had this big budget video. This record right here was
Right.
this was kind of make it or break it for y'all. Even though y'all had cemented Wu-Tang as the group, but this is when y'all was first getting that, yo, Wu fell off, Wu ain't got it no more. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all come with this.
Yeah.
What was your mind state when you wrote that? And what was the group's mind state going into that record in particular?
It was just like you said, bro. Like dudes just counting us out, writing us off, and we still out here. You got to remember, West Coast was heavy hand, gorilla smacking everything. East Coast was pretty much written off. I gotta shout out Big, Big, Notorious Big, because he was, him and the Bad Boy Puff. They was out there, they was taking shots to New York, and they was pretty much on their own doing it. You know what I'm saying? We was here, we had the Nas, we had Mobb Deep, you had a lot of people representing New York at the time. But as far as the grain of it come, the West Coast was basically like, y'all niggas is weak, y'all can't fuck with us, like, you know what I'm saying? And it was that time of year, so everybody was trying to make a name for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was trying to really uphold their strength and show their body out there. And it was like, for me, writing that verse, I know I needed something because I'm the underdog in life. Period. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? And sometimes I like it that way. I like being off the radar. Like even now, I could walk into a Walmart, nobody even know. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
it's like I love it like that. Then there's the flip side of it where I walk in and niggas is, oh yo 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 yo.
Mm-hmm.
So it's random like that. But I love the anonymity and I love the underdog status of myself. But for me, being in that group, as I said, with all these gunslingers, I had to really make myself known and say something, especially on this beat this time of year with $1 million is being spent on the video. You got to remember, like I said, West Coast was doing, Snoop was doing $1 million things.
And I think Dirty had passed. Dirty passed that. Yeah.
Dirty had passed.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember, Shaquille O'Neal was in
Yes.
the mix. Shaq
Yes.
was in the mix. Shout out to Shaq. He put out $1 million video in
Mm.
the mix of that. That's when the budget started going up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And I was like, damn, for me to be first,
Again.
I gotta say something, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And once again, shout out to my man Tony Touch. I said that rhyme on Tony Touch 50 MC's mixtape.
Mm.
And yeah, and I hit him up. He gave me the blessing. He was like, yo, I was like, yo, I want to say this again. RZA got this beat. It's fire. He was like, yo, go ahead, bro. Like, he just was like, yo, thanks for letting me know, giving me the heads up. Because, I always give him credit for that. You know what I'm saying? He hit me up and I wrote that specifically for him, but it fit that beat. I stood up with RZA till like 4 in the morning. He was making that beat, and I watched him put every piece, like making the lasagna, bro. He put
Masterpiece.
the pasta down, yeah. The meat, the
Masterpiece.
cheese, more pasta. He was just coming with it, so I was like, yo, I got something for that. And when I spit it, he was like, yo, what the fuck is that? I was like, yo, I said it already, but my man said I could say it again. He was like, yo, go in there and spit that. So I spit that, and it was like, it changed the whole temperature of what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, the beat wasn't even already 100% yet. So, when he heard that verse, it gave him something to really kind of mold and shape the rest of the beat with. And like I said, 4 in the morning, I spit that, bro, and I fell out.
Mm-hmm.
Woke up, I heard Meth on it, I heard Chef on it, I heard Cap. I said, "Oh, niggas is going in." So I kind of figured like, okay, this is going to be one of them joints. Everybody's on it. So yeah, man, and it worked out. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
worked out big time. That is up there with Cream for me
Yes.
in the lyric category.
I also was telling you, God, how important he sounded on that because he came with a whole different cadence and sound. Like that was just, and then the beat changed. When you God came in, I was like, yo, nah, this is if any WuTang doubter, shut up. Everybody had
Right,
to shut up.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because y'all was coming up like,
Mm-hmm.
people's like, yo, they did gravel pit, they did that. But that right there was just like, yo, hold up. That's it. When y'all did protect your neck, you had the pressure on you again. This is the introduction of a group that we never heard of before.
Right.
But I know when I heard I smoke on the mic, like smoking Joe Frazier, the Hellraiser, I was like, who that?
Yeah.
Did you realize how much pressure you had on you?
Nah. At that point, I was happy to rhyme, bro, and get off the block and just be at RZA house with the chef and Method Man and hearing them dope beats. That what that was about. Like, we just used to spar with each other.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? So he's like, I probably was throwing that dart at somebody in the room that night. You know what
mm,
I'm saying? And we were just basically sparring with each other. But, you know, I always like coming up, I used to carry like before these phones and everything took over, man. We come from the Sky Pager era and things of that nature where you can, sit there and blah blah blah, write your joints down. Like I used to always just have some type of, little composition book or little Sky Page or something that I would write on the vomit bags on the
mm.
plane,
Yeah,
sitting on the
yeah.
plane,
Yeah.
pull a vomit bag out the back of the seat, wherever I could do it. When I catch a thought, I would just write it down real quick. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? A lot of those rhymes are just me catching thoughts on the move in the middle of, being chased by the cops, all types of wild shit. And then coming back and like, yo, I got a rhyme with a magic marker on the back of a potato chip bag. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I just wrote it where I was at and then, just formulate it. So it wasn't nothing really for me to come with all that because it was fun at that time. That was before we sort of contracts, before we started getting the real money and getting the exposure. So that was just me like, yo, yeah, nigga, I could rap. I got a bunch of rhymes.
One of my favorite songs from you is I think Assassination Day. I moved through the
Mm,
third world. Yo, the way you came in on that, I was
mm-hmm.
like, yo, what studio you recorded there? Your vocals cut through crazy. I don't know, you sounded very, very, that was the cleanest you ever sound to me. What studio was that in?
Um, that was after the Firehouse day. We recorded
Yeah,
Thirsty
but
Saint and
mm-hmm.
Firehouse. I think this was more like Quad Studios. We did Quad Studios. We did Alien Flyers in Manhattan. Hit Factory. We was all up and down, man. And,
Yeah.
a lot of us from 37th Street, 36 Chamber Studio over there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, between one of them, back in the days with the studio was all that, man. It was one of them dungeons.
Yeah, you
you know?
sounded so ill on it. That's like, yo, I just love that. I mean, it was so many from you. I also like Cold World. I wasn't expecting you to be on Cold World.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the way you just came in on the Cold World, I was like, oh wow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are you slept on?
Bro, I'm AKA Craftmatic, bro. They don't just sleep on me, bro. They be having fuzzy slippers and pajamas on while they
Yeah,
sleep
with the
on me.
smoking jacket and
Yeah,
cigar.
you know what
How?
I'm
But
saying?
how though? Like you have some of the most historical verses in hip hop history. Matter of fact, not to bring this up, but I think when 50 called himself Clown and Jizza, he used your verse. He was like, he's a
Yeah, he
scientist.
clown my verse.
Yeah, he was like, he's a scientist. Listen to him. I was like, yeah, but that
Mm-hmm.
verse was fire though. It was so scientific that he thought it was Jizza. You know what I'm saying? What
Right,
you thought
right.
when you first heard that?
I laughed. I
Yeah.
laughed at it because I was like, "Oh, he clowning. He think he clowning Jizza, but he really clowning my verse." But then at the same time, you can't clown that verse.
Never.
I
Nobody.
don't care who you is.
Yep.
You can't clown that one, bro.
Yeah.
So I didn't look at it as no big thing. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I've seen him in the mix of all that. He honestly didn't know that was my verse.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, for me, in my mind, you can't clown that one, bro.
Nah.
Say what you want to say.
you know what's ill being around all of y'all at one time. How is it that all of y'all are at least 6 feet, except for Ray and Ugar, but everybody else is at least 6 feet? Am I lying? Like everybody is 6 and better. Like how tall are you?
Yeah, I'm 6'3", man. I might be 6'4" now.
That's
I
what
feel
I'm
like I grew during the quarantine. You know what I'm saying?
You still growing. You caught a growth spurt during the quarantine. Right. So cause being out with y'all, like y'all are from the size, y'all all intimidating. Like y'all not no 5'11", 5'9". Like everybody got height on them. And like how did that happen?
I don't know, man. My pops is a big dude, man. My mom's mad short, so it's so funny. I can imagine my mom and my pop being out on the town, like, my pop got hurt by at least 2 feet in height. So, my kids is gonna be tall. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 daughters, 2 sons. It's like, yeah, they all gonna be tall, man. I guess it's in the water, it's in the genes. But yes, us WuTang, when we together, man, before the big gang influence in New York, they used to think we was a gang.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I used to get pulled over. I'd get interrogated. Cops, who this, who that? Well, you know this guy? You know that guy? And, we was looked at as the same type of gang. Back when we was forming up, it was like my clique or my posse or my crew or something like that. But, in the same sense, it was still you with your brother. It's a brotherhood. You with your family. You know what I'm saying? And, I think I'm not gang affiliated. I don't know per se, but I feel like that's the same thing that the gangs get out of it.
It's the clan,
camaraderie and the brotherhood. Yeah, gangs are. If you say I'm a blood or crip, it's kind of like saying, yeah, nigga, it's my clan.
Yeah. What's your favorite? What's your favorite verse that you wrote? I know people try to say, it's like trying to pick your favorite child. That always sound good, but you don't have a favorite child. You just have a child who clings to you the most sometimes, that you give the most attention to because how they take to you. What's your favorite verse?
I don't know, man. I got a lot of them. I got a lot of verses that ain't the A sides. You know what I'm saying? Like
I said, Assassination Day. Oh, Heaters.
Yeah, my verse on Heaters, to me, that's one of my joints. You know what I'm saying? My verse on Heaven's Sake. Excuse me. Guillotines.
Yeah, I like I like A Better Tomorrow. You can't smoke your life away, drink it. I like that one too.
Yeah. In the housing, thousands seen early graves.
Yeah, that was important.
Like, yo, bro, I got a slogan, man. I might make a T-shirt up where I say, they gonna know when I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? They gonna know when I'm gone, bro.
We gonna know now, cause that's the important thing of hip hop. Like, you shaped and molded a time frame of my life. Like I can remember a time frame. Like when Cream came out, I remember where I was at. You know what I'm saying? Because me being living in Staten Island when I was younger, 160 to be exact. You know what I'm saying? Me living there. Me living there as a little kid, and I remember seeing y'all, but I was too little. You know what I'm saying? So I knew Lounge forever, and I knew Original, but people know him as Capadonna. You know what I'm saying? But he was locked up a lot, so Lounge was running around, and of course I knew Meth. You know what I'm saying? And when I seen Staten Island, I was like, yo, there's a rap group from Staten Island, because all we ever knew, with Force MDs was like, that's Staten Island, that's Staten Island. That's all we ever knew. So to see, being from Staten Island, what's the pros and cons of that? Because Staten Island always, for the 5 boroughs, we'll name, because of y'all, people respect Staten Island now. But at one point, it was like it was like the stepchild borough. We were the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens. Oh yeah, and Staten Island. You know what I'm saying? Being from there and being an MC, what was that like?
Well, we could say thank you to Divine Sounds. Sound boy crew out of Brooklyn. They came out with that record. what was it? It's like Staten Island, soft and smiling.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I forget the first part. You know, like
Yep.
Uptown's making it or the Bronx is taking it. You know,
Yeah.
Staten Island, soft and smiling. He said the Bronx is bugging out on crack. We're from Brooklyn, but coming up in the game, like when they said that Staten Island, soft and smiling, that's what everybody knew. That's kind of what they thought. A lot of people ain't never been to Staten Island.
Yeah, it's different.
So yeah, so their whole opinion of things was the same. Oh, Staten Island, soft and smiling. Oh man, we ain't rocking with them. We ain't jacking that. But at the same time, a lot of them cats never stepped foot on the island. The thing about Staten Island, man, for me growing up, me personally, I was born on 183rd in Grand Concourse in the BX, Bronx Lebanon Hospital. I came to Staten Island from the Bronx, man. Shout out to Boogie Down. I don't big up the Bronx enough, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the folks on Staten Island came from other places.
It's imports. Yeah, it's imports.
Yeah, Raekwon, U-God, RZA, they all from BK, you know what I'm saying?
Meth from
they
Long Island.
Vanderbilt and all that. Yeah, Meth is from Long Island. So, I think Ghost is the only one that's originally from the island, that was born on the island. Yeah, so that mixture where you got niggas from the Bronx, Queens, Staten Island, Brooklyn mixed up in one area, one small area at that too. Like it's war. It was war every day. It was war every day in school, on the block, wherever you went, the party, no matter what, you bumping into somebody that you got a problem with, and you're gonna bump into them because the neighborhood is so small. It ain't nowhere for you to go, bro. You can run today and tomorrow is, I'm with my mother, you with your mother. We still bump heads, you know what I'm saying?
Did WuTang help in to a certain extent the Stapleton and Park Hill war? Because that was real back in the days. It was kind of crazy. Yeah. Did that help?
Stapleton and Park Hill been at war as long as I can remember, bro. And I turned 50 recently. You know what I'm saying?
Congratulations.
Yeah, man. And just to give y'all a quick rundown of Stapleton and Park Hill, man. These are two neighborhoods on Staten Island that always got it popping in different categories. Like I said, whether the parties going on, just different situations. If Stapleton had something going on, us from Park Hill, we wanted to go down there because we knew it was going to be live. We knew it was going to be tight. And that ain't no disrespect to the other neighborhoods on Staten Island. A lot of neighborhoods on Staten Island is just some neighborhoods are straight warfare. Like this, we got this area called Manners Harbor.
The harbor. Shout out
Manners Harbor,
Free Cheddar Bang. Free Cheddar Bang.
Shout out my man Cheddar Bang. Shout out my man Jab Ski. You know what I'm saying? Mike Light. All these cats, right? The harbor was a place you didn't go unless you was that type of dude. You had to be connected with dudes out there, or you just had to be a rumbler, like you had to go off, your hands had to fly, something for you to be out there because they wasn't like Park Hill got infiltrated by Africans, by the Liberians and Nigerians later on. Stapleton, Manners Harbor, New Brighton, areas like that, they didn't let them come in. You know what I'm saying? Park Hill, we let them come in and they kind of expanded on us. You know what I'm saying? And, you had dudes coming straight from Liberia, hitting the block, opening up stores.
And they was already, and some of them were already killers because they were child warriors. They were child soldiers. So they came there. Yeah. And I remember when they first came, they got met with, yo, y'all can't do this and they can't do that. And they was like, I remember my grandmother Umi, rest in peace. She was like, they was shooting the Uzi outside of Park Hill, broad daylight. And she was like, it's the Africans, it's the Africans. So, growing up, I was like, the Africans, what's the African? You know what I'm saying? But it was the Liberians. And when they came, and they brought that black tar to Park Hill too. That's a whole nother subject.
Yeah, that's another subject.
Yeah, they brought that black tar.
Park Hill, our neighborhood was one of the few neighborhoods that dudes could come, like the Africans came. The Jamaicans was there first. Jamaicans came before the Africans. Then the my peoples, the Puerto Ricans, came before them. So we had a whole section of Puerto Ricans over here, and we had the Jamaicans over here, and the Africans came in. And what kind of happened, man, was like that whole influx of people pushed the natives out.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So, dudes that been born and raised or been in Park Hill majority of their life, like I'm saying, you going to the store now, you going to the Jamaican restaurant, but the Jamaican restaurant is 2 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Dude just came from Jamaica and opened up a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? You going to the little African store buying the black soap and getting the shampoo and all that. They just came from Liberia 2 months and opened up the store. So it was that type of vibe. Like, yo, man, niggas is coming out here getting money, and we ain't getting. And so, it was that type of vibe. So it always was friction. You know what I'm saying? It was always some type of friction.
And when people see Stapleton, you go there and you see these terraces, you see look like terraces and these lights. So you think it's like some condo high rise. No. And the sad thing about Stapleton, it's always a candle on the ground right there. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's always a candle on the ground. Somebody passed, somebody got hit by a car. Always right there. Staten Island, the thing about Staten Island that people don't know, and it's funny that WuTang has so many white fans. That's funny to me. Worldwide, y'all have white fans. But people don't know growing up, because you older than me, how you're my sister's age. My older sister's age, how racist Staten Island really, really was at one point. How racist was it for you growing up?
Staten Island was funky, bro. Like, I remember being chased home out of neighborhoods at 10, 11, 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? We coming from Park Hill, you had to get a charter bus to get to school. And let's say you fucking around after school, you dilly-dallying or whatever you doing, and you missed the bus. It wasn't no backup bus. It wasn't like, okay, well, just wait. Those buses will drop the kids off and come back around. Nah, you were stuck. Either somebody got to come get you or you got to walk back. And so for us, walking back, that was like, that was like Maze Runner. Walking back from school, man, at 12, you walking through this racist white neighborhood. Man, I remember getting bottles thrown at me, cars running up on sidewalks, everything. Who knows if they really wanted to get down like that or they were just trying to scare us, bro. But at 12, bro, you shook. You know what I'm saying? You running, you coming home crying. Your mother, what's going on? I got chased. They had bats and threw bottles at us. Like, yo, I'm 12, bro.
Yeah. Because I always knew to stay out of New York, Tauntonville. Like just stay away. Just don't even go there. And it was just so crazy. But so how was high school though? Was high school still had that friction in high school?
Yeah. I went to New York High School, and New York was lukewarm. At that stage when I got older, 16, 17, 18 years old. But as a kid, one neighborhood you didn't want to fuck with was Rosebank. You can go to Tottenville, you be in New York. Rosebank they was on the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Rosebank is chasing your mother. They swinging chains and bats. They was on it like that. When I got to New York High School, man, got around the jocks. It's a bunch of Guidos, we call the Italians the Guidos. They had their hair slick and the Reebok
Jersey Shore, for real. Yeah.
So yeah, we went to school with them, bro. Like they, that was our demographic out there. The kids of the mob. We had, Paul Castellano and Gotti and Sammy the Bull and all these, their kids.
Yeah.
Staten Island was their playground. You go behind the Staten Island Mall. You go close to the bridge where you go into Jersey. They was out there burning out Ferraris, man. They was out there, doing donuts in $250,000 whips.
Yeah, you talking about Arthur Kill, by Arthur Kill.
Arthur Kill and all that. Yeah, so. Yeah, growing up with them, bro, I learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a lot of cool Italians growing up. I had a lot of cool Puerto Ricans with me growing up. Grew up with a lot of, real Nigerians, Liberians. Like, I was able to get that culture right there in one neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So, it was kind of crazy. I think that's what made Park Hill a little bit different from all, you know, the other little hoods on the island. You know what I'm saying? It's like we had diversity. We was like Manhattan.
Yeah. Oh, what I always wanted to know, what the hell is the PLO store and what is PLO style? I never know what that is. What does that mean?
PLO in general is the Palestinian Liberation
Liberation.
Organization,
Okay.
right? Um, you know, not that we side with any type of movement or anything like that. Just we always felt like those motherfuckers was wild. You know what I'm saying? Like those are the dudes that was running up to the tank, like, nah, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Stand in front of the tank, throwing a rock at a nigga with a M16 in his hand, like, you know what I'm saying? So we wanted to take that mentality, and we had a store with you know, dudes that used to come through and you know, they used to have the little corner stores in the hood, the bodegas, if you want to call them. And you know, we ran into some Palestinians, and they was like, "Yo, growing up, then they used to sell everything, bro. Like, you used to buy bullets out of there, you used to
Facts.
buy bulletproof vests,
Crack
you get an egg
bags,
and cheese.
weed bags. Yeah.
Let me get an egg and cheese and a box of bullets. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, it was that type of store. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, we love that shit, bro. We love
Mm-hmm.
that. Like, you go in the PLO store, you have your ratchet on you. Like, yo, let me get a butter roll, bro. You know, eat up a butter roll. Meanwhile, you stash your joint in between the bags of chips. You know, in case the boys run up in the store, anybody skid up. You know, and they used to do that. They used to hold our shit for us, couldn't keep it away. Like, you know, I learned that they learned. Like, you know, shit, if they want to stay there, bro, they catered to us. They catered to us in order to stay in our lives like that. You know what I'm saying? So that store been there like 12, 13, 15 years
Wow.
before anybody got a hold of anything, because we ain't telling on them, they ain't telling on us. We got a good relationship, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, eventually they caught on it and shut it down. But PLO style was just that way of thinking, like, you know, fuck the police, nigga. We gonna throw a brick through their window as soon as they walk in the building. You know what I mean? So, you know, and then when Meth made the song, you know, here come the ruckus, the motherfucking ruckus, thousands of cutthroats and chrome snatching fuckers. Like, you can see that we just mob in the streets, bro. We flipping trucks over type thing, and that's how it was back in the day. We used to roll with like 50, 60 heads to every show when we first came out.
Facts. I remember that.
You know? Yeah, so we just took that mentality, like, yo, man, there's strength in numbers. We bringing everybody.
I remember y'all was in Indigo Blues like that, and I'm like, yo, how Indigo Blues was like by 40 dudes. I'm like, yo, it ain't even that big. Y'all cannot possibly have all these dudes in here. Like it could. I remember one of the homies. He's a little older than me, but I just always remember Hezekiah. I think Hezekiah might be from Stapleton too, but I remember Hezekiah. Like I just remember him. He's actually in the what he's in I think Method Man video. He's really but I just remember a lot of the faces and stuff like that because I lived in New Brighton and Park Hill, and I went to 61, you know what I'm saying? And by the time I was supposed to go to Curtis, I moved back to BK, you know what I'm saying? But I went to 61, I went to 29, and I went to 31. But they said I was too smart, so they skipping me and doing all that stuff. That was the first time I ever was around white people too, because coming from Brooklyn, the area didn't have white people, and that's when white people really teach you as a kid that you black. They'll let you know, yo, you different. So if you don't have any black culture coming up and you get around white people, they gonna let you know, yo, you a little different. You know what I'm saying? I remember this kid named Richard Scully told me straight up and down, yo, you can't come to my house. My mother don't like black people. And I was like, why? You know, like, what's going on? He was like, yo, nah. So the racism in Staten Island was deep. So for me, growing up and then years later seeing Shaolin Finest on the police car, like, the world is, I can't even believe it. When you seen that on a cop car, what you thought?
Yeah, it's different now, bro. Like, you know, what's so funny is that I got pulled over like recently, right? I got pulled over. I'm gonna say recently. Let's go back early 2020 before the COVID. Got pulled over, and the cop, you know, takes my information and all that. You know, and the way he came was real aggressive. You know, he threw the lights on, skidded, made the U-turn, skidded up behind me. I'm like, damn, bro, like, what now? Like, I'm hoping that my license is straight. I'm hoping I ain't did shit in the past, like coming back to get me. You know what I'm saying? But nah, dude, take my license and all that. I look him in the face. I'm like, I ain't got nothing, bro. Like, it's one of them days. Like, don't fuck with me, bro. It's late too,
Yeah, yeah.
so he could have went in. You know what I'm saying? But the dude come back to the car. He's like, Jason Hunter, huh? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, what's good, officer? But then I'm looking at him. He's like, remember me? So I'm like, nah. Then I look at his badge and I see his last name, and I'm bugging because I'm like, Steven? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Steven? Is that you? He's like, fuck, you remembered me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And I was just like, oh shit. Like, but he just put me on, like, yo, man, my brother's a cop and this, that, yo, I've been listening to your music for years. I was just fucking like, yo, this was my right hand man in school. You know what I'm saying? A crazy white dude that wanted, I ain't gonna say he wanted to be black. He didn't want to be white. Let's put it like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Anything but white, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't want to hang out with the white crowd and all that. He wanted to be with us. So we let him, you know what I'm saying? He was cool like that. But it's crazy because now he's this big time cop, bro. Got stripes and all that. Pulls me over. He's just like, yo, man, I got uncontrolled substance. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, yo, I'm a fan. Like, I knew that was you. This, that, and third. I'm just bugging. I'm tripping out, obviously, because I'm just like, yeah, man. Like, then he puts me in the world of the cop frame of mind.
Mm-hmm.
Of having a cop friend. You know what I'm saying? So now
like,
it's like,
yeah, like we can't be doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta keep my distance from you, but at the same time, I gotta keep you
was the
close.
homie.
He's like, yo, man, be careful about this, because they're watching you guys and they're doing this, and you know what I'm saying? Like, he was actually my informant.
Yeah. You know, it's deep. RZA used to always mention DJ Skane. And when I was little growing up, that was my brother's best friend. I'm like, DJ Skane is John Lugo. It's the same person. Yeah. So when he used to always talk about DJ Skane, I'm telling my brother Mel, I'm like, because my brother graduated from Curtis. I'm like, yo, ain't that John Lugo? He like, yeah, because John Lugo was a cop too, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he was. Yeah. So that story was deep because I'm like John Lugo, and I think his sister. I forgot to say. I'm about to say his sister name too. But y'all, like I said, y'all my older brother. But I remember being little because DJ Skane always had equipment, and I remember he had a pinball machine in the wall. I was little, and he had a dog named Barney, and his dog would walk all around New Brighton. Everybody knew his dog. His dog ain't had no leash or nothing. But that's how Staten Island was back in the days. Like it was neighborhood dog. Everybody knew, and everybody knew everybody. On a solo tip, my favorite record from you is Rec Room. Absolutely love Rec Room. Love it. I just love that song. How come you didn't have the catalog of the 10 solo albums, the 15 solo albums? How come Inspectah Deck doesn't have that catalog like that?
Oh man. Like, I'm gonna give you the short story, man, because it's a long story. But the short version is when I signed my album deal to Loud. Excuse me. I signed to Loud Records in '95, right? I got my deal for Untitled Substance, and what happened in the process of me doing that deal, RZA's house caught the flood, right? I had a bunch of tracks, including Protect Your Neck. Protect Your Neck was originally a track from my album.
Whoa. Protect it. You just said some hip hop story. Protect Your Neck.
Yeah, I'm giving y'all some facts right now.
That's my title. Protect Your Neck was your song just by yourself?
Yeah, Protect Your Neck was a whole nother song called Not Your Average Flow. And it was off of my soon-to-be Uncontrolled Substance album after that. But, it was something that we took it real quick. Like, yo, let's grab this real quick. I wasn't done with the song. RZA threw the beat on, and that's what we originally rhymed to. It was about 60% of the track that was made for me off my album, Not Your Average Flow. RZA took that skeleton and put a lot of those other sounds on top of it. That whistling sound that's all through the track.
So he took the elements, he put different elements in there, but the skeleton, I know what you're saying. The skeleton is like a naked beat Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just the drums and maybe one or two sounds. Yeah, give it the skeleton and give it the framework. Then he put all the other sounds that you hear, the strings in there, the bells, everything you heard, the karate chops. He added all that onto Protect Your Neck. When we
Mm,
did the song in the studio, in Firehouse Studios, it didn't even sound like that.
mm,
And that was when he got all the voices down,
mm-hmm.
came back like, 2 weeks later, it sounded like Protect Your Neck that y'all hear.
Got you.
But before that, it was just the drums and the bass, which was really from my song, Not Your Average Flow.
Wow.
And yeah, so in the process of me doing the album, RZA caught the flood, and when he caught the flood, it really caught us out there because we lost a lot. Not just my album, he had a lot of things in the making for his own. He had a lot of meth stuff, a lot of dirty. Each person had a set amount of things going on, and by him losing all them files, it hurt me, I think, the most because I had an album coming right up. I had signed a deal already.
Mm,
I had the money in my hand. So I'm like, damn, I got the deal. I got the money in my hand, and I ain't got no album.
mm,
So, and I'm on the road. I'm in the mix of everything. So I gotta snatch and grab and try to make things happen as I'm going. So, the album that you heard, Uncontrolled Substance, wasn't the intention that I wanted to come out with in the first place. We was gonna come with the whole Spider-Man theme, and just because I was running with that old, neighborhood Spider-Man on Protect Your Neck, we was like, yo, we gonna come with, Spider-Man was the dude he was rocking the city from the rooftops.
mm-hmm.
I was gonna come like that, like hood to hood on the roof. And it didn't turn out like that, bro. So I had to I had to rework everything that was in my hand, a lot of rhymes and everything. So that took a lot out, and it took, I got like 3 beats from RZA on my first album, whereas if we would have went according to the plan, he would have produced the whole album.
Mm,
We'd be having a different conversation right now. That could be having that Super Bowl ring. I'd have pulled off the platinum for my first album as well.
mm.
And I think that's what set the tone for me early in the game, bro. It's how you start the race is how you finish the race. You know what I'm saying? So you stumble at the starting line 9 times out of 10. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be running that last mile trying to catch up. So that's what happened to me. I had to put an album together on the fly. I had to grab True Master, Fourth Disciple, Mathematics, everybody that was close to RZA, because I couldn't get RZA. RZA, he was out here, he was knee deep in Method Man, he was knee deep in the Purple Tape. So much going on. So I was like, damn, I'm out here, I'm by myself. I'm just out here in the wilderness. And one gun, a canteen of water, and no radio, bro.
Yeah.
So and I ain't cry, I ain't complain about it. I just did what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, when we get back to the question of why Dex don't got a huge catalog like that, when I found out like the contract that I signed for my album, what really went on, you know what I'm saying, like the stipulations and everything of it, because coming into the game, you thinking it's a big brotherhood, yo, it's my brothers in the love, then you realize, yo, bro, we signed a contract that's 9 years long, with the option to renew without you even knowing.
Yeah, they could pick up the option whether you want them to or not.
Yeah, no matter what you want to do. And then when I was learning all of that, bro, I was just like, yo, like, how you going to offer me a contract like this, bro? You know what I'm saying? I thought we was brothers, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but, it wasn't no hatred or nothing like that. I didn't realize it was business. That's what my problem was in the beginning. I didn't understand the business. I came stressed off the block, 2 felonies, 6 misdemeanors, got thrown into the spotlight. I'm on stage, I'm traveling, doing all that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really understand the game that, I could be like, yo, Wizard, I'm mad as hell. You want to fight? You want to blow niggas up? Yo, niggas is robbing me. But it wasn't that, man. It's like, yo, brothers dudes is started a company. They making sure everything works for them. in their company, and everything, publishing, financially, everything is it's a company. You know what I'm saying? And
But
I'm not.
but you gotta keep it real though. You know that shit ain't right though. It ain't like you
Yeah,
didn't complain about it, but brotherhood
yeah,
is brotherhood. And business is
yeah.
business.
I feel that, but you got to learn to separate that. Like I learned
You
that
learn the
lesson.
hard
Like
way.
you got to
You learn the hard
separate
way.
that.
Yeah, you
So
learn the
yeah,
hard. Yeah.
I'm in there like, yeah, my niggas, boom, 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 boom. And niggas is just like, yo, we taking this check, we gonna apply this to such corporation, LLC, you know what I'm saying? And build this business, and build this brand. And once I learned that and I started seeing, the functionality of what's going on. WuTang Clan is a group, but we're the group. WuTang Clan is a name, you know what I'm saying? It's a name for a company who owns a name. It's just like Pepsi Cola, or Mars Bar owns Snickers, like that type of thing. So it was just like, yo, that's just a name. Just like Inspectah Deck is just a name. You know what I'm saying? I'm really just Jason Hunter at the end of the day. So my whole point was like, okay, I get it. I got put into a contract that was mad long term. I went on the strength of brotherhood and love and I didn't check my I's and T's if they was dotted and crossed. When I did and pulled up all the dirt underneath the mattress, you know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, I got to get out of this. So in the process, I said, I'm not going to be putting out albums where I don't own the publishing. I'm not owning my masters. I'm not owning nothing. So I was like, yo, I'm not going to give away free work.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? And so I kind of fell back, took a hiatus, and was trying to learn the game on my own. So by the time I put out the Resident Patient album, or the Movement rather, I had the Movement deal with Cox Records. You know what I'm saying? Alan Grunblatt, my man Charlie Greenberg, they was schooling me, trying to tell me, hey man, you're Inspectah Deck. You can do this, you can do that. Like I didn't know that because I'm being confined in a group where it's like every phone call that come in, it's like, yo, Meth, Ray, Ghost. We need, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, yo, we'll give you them, but take that too. You know what I'm saying? It was that type of thing. Like, yo, we'll give you we ain't gonna give you Ray and Ghost today. We're gonna give you Ray, Deck, and Cap. You know what I'm saying? Like giving you package deals and shit. Like, but it was like I didn't want to be the one that's being shipped off on another nigga's deal or another nigga's credibility or they strength. Like, yo, I felt like, yo, I can stand on my own too against whatever you throwing at me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I'm not giving away no more free work.
Got you.
So I fell back. I went to court with my brothers. I went to court with RZA. I went to court with Divine to get out of the contract. Got out of the contract. Had a little back end money, but I was trapped in that initial contract. So I owed publishing for albums that I didn't even make yet. So I got to the point where I was like, you know what? Take the money, bro. At that point, I needed the money. You know what I'm saying? Like I needed the money. I wasn't popping on the airways like that. So I was like, yo, I need the bread. But if this means that I can break loose, it's on you, bro.
Yeah.
Take that. No, hold that. I don't even want it. I wanted my freedom.
Did you know how much you owed? Did you see the dollar amount? Was it something crazy?
Yeah, it wasn't crazy. It was a $200,000 publishing deal. You know what I'm saying? It was $200,000 publishing deal. I had like $120 that I had when I left Loud Records. There you go. Take that. So I at the end of the day, I owed them another $80,000. So what I did was when I did my second album, I did the Movement or Resident Patient. Hold on 1 second. I did the Resident Patient, right? And I just paid back the $80,000 off of that. I put their name on it, you know what I'm saying? I put the publishing in their name up until I paid back the 80. And then, me and Divine had a conversation and we was just like, yo, man, we squashed the whole situation. We nullified everything. So it allowed me to be a free agent in the game. I wasn't tied to no contracts. I didn't owe nobody no money. And I felt like that was the breath of fresh air for me. You know what I'm saying? And that was the start of me saying, I'm not signing no more contracts.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I said, I'm not signing no, it don't matter how much you can tell you, the deal could be for $44 million, bro. We're going to have to find a new way of calculating this because I'm not signing Nothing. You know, but if a nigga came with 44 million, of course, we gonna
I'm
work
about to
that.
say, cut it out, Deck.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We gonna take that to
But
the
I get
lawyer.
what you're saying though. But I get what you're saying. So you before I go to that question, give me a song that you were supposed to be on. Well, besides the Tupac, we know you were. Why? I never knew. Why wasn't you on the Tupac record?
I don't know, man. They said your boy Pac was hating, man. You know, rest in peace to the soldier, but you know they said he was hating, bro. They said your boy came in there, put some hot charcoal bricks on the track, and he didn't want to deal with that. He just wanted to be able to, you know, just entertain or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, yo, dog, Corrupt is one of them dudes.
So you rapped on it.
Yeah,
You
I rapped with. It was. Let me tell you, man. It was me. This is a crazy story, bro. That whole situation with, and this is on YouTube documented, when BG Knockout went after Nate Dogg on the golf course at the Montel Jordan video shoot for, I think it was This Is How We Do It.
Yeah, it was some Def Jam. It was a Def Jam.
Def Jam video shoot. Yeah, I was there with Meth and Red. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, BG Knockout. Salute to BG Knockout. He tried to take Nate Dogg's head off with that golf club, bro. Rest in peace to my man Nate Dogg too. It was a crazy scene out there. You know, like dudes stealing the golf carts and all that, just messed up $1 million golf course. But you know, later on that night, man, after all that chaos broke out, we went to see Daz. I went with Red and Meth to see Daz. Corrupt was there. Lady of Rage was there. RBX. It's like, me, Corrupt, Meth, Red, Rage, RBX, and Daz, right? And Meth just comes up with that hook. I got my mind made up. Come on. And, you know, Daz was like, yo, drop that. I'm going to record that. So Meth did that, record that, got up there, kicked a little 16. Everybody started kicking their, you know, really Meth, Red, Daz, and Corrupt was doing their thing at first. You know, everybody else, I think, was just there. Me, I started catching the vibe like, yo, it's legends in the building. I'm about to put something together real quick. So I put together a little 16 real quick, and I seen RBX get up on the mic. You know, the mic is open. We in Daz crib. It ain't like the booth and all. Like, nah, mic's in the middle of the floor. Like, whoever, we getting high, we drinking. It's like, yo, okay. I'm going to grab the mic. So I grabbed the mic and did what I did. Got my little 16 off, raised it, her thing. I thought it was going to be like, yo, some East Coast meet West Coast, ill posse cut, like smoking blunts and drinking Tanqueray Part 2 or something, you know? But what had happened was...
Well, yeah.
What had happened was, when I heard the song, when I heard it again, I heard Pac on it. Me, Rage, RBX, we was gone. I think Daz verse was gone. So it was just like Meth, Red, and Pac on there. Could be somebody else. I just heard it recently too. I'm not for sure. But they left my ad libs. They took me off the track and left my ad libs.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened, but you know, that kept me alive. It's so crazy because I was like, INS the Rebel, and it floats to the track, and it's like everybody asks to this day, like, yo, what was that verse? How did you get it on
I'm about
the
to
track?
ask you, what was the verse? Do you remember the
Oh,
verse?
it's out on YouTube now. I don't remember it by heart.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I know the first line was like, I set the mic in flames. My name's INS the Rebel. And mental terrorist specialist at this. Just throwing my little WuTang slang, bro. That witty unnatural. I wasn't supposed to be on the track, bro. I probably wasn't even supposed to be at the crib.
So what happens now is that everybody who watched this, I want y'all to find the version with Deck on it and say, Doggie Diamonds No Filter brought me here. Because this is what we do. Like, we always bring up histories of songs. We did it with Sonny Chiba. And, they did the original Feeling It of Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, it's almost the same record. There, look it up. Look up Camp Low Feeling It. Same record. Crazy. So, Pac wasn't originally there when y'all was in the studio. Oh, wow.
Man, I heard, when Suge went and got Pac, bailed him out, and he came home, and I heard that he came straight to Death Row and was looking for music, and I heard that he heard the song and he liked it, but he was like, "Yo, I'm not trying to hear all that rapping shit and all that. It's too long. The song's too long." And I mean, this is what I heard Corrupt say personally. You know what I'm saying? That Daz ain't know where the song was, but somehow Suge and Pop got a hold of it. Then Pop wanted to take everybody off.
Mm.
And it was basically like, who this, who that? I don't want to hear that shit. And taking everybody off, and that's the case. But I think Rage had a dope ass verse. Rage would have sounded dope on that.
Yeah, because it would have changed. Yeah, it would have changed the whole tone because she's a female. So this is it. It is actually in the middle of the East Coast West Coast war when this song comes out too.
Yeah, we out there on the West Coast.
Yeah,
man. Like some of the few people that was able to come to the West Coast at that time. I remember it was real. It was right in the mix of all that, man. You gotta remember the Source Awards that happened. The Puff and Big shit. You be all in the video dancing. You know what I'm saying? There was another time, right after that, but Suge and Snoop was going at it before, Snoop went to Master P and them.
Mm-hmm.
It was a crazy time going on, especially in the West Coast, at that time, because they wasn't feeling no New York. Before the beef, they wasn't really rocking with New York like that, or the East Coast, you know what I'm saying? So
during the Source Awards thing, y'all wasn't really all that good. Not you per se, but the clan wasn't really all that good with Big either though at the time because of, the did the Purple Tape come out already? I think the Purple Tape came out, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't it a little tension off the, niggas bit off a Nas album and all that? Like
Yeah, it was a little something, man. I don't think it wasn't knee deep, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, it was a little something.
That
it was
shit
a
was
little
hilarious.
that we all stepped in.
Yeah.
They felt how they felt at the time when they said that, looking at Nas' album and saying that Big bit off it.
Mm-hmm.
I just look at it, man, like when you feel like you at the top of the food chain, bro, you just going at the throat of the other king. You know what I'm saying? If you feel you king and he right across the street saying he king too, it's just that type of thing. It wasn't malicious, you know what I'm saying? I know that later on, Ghost, Ray, they spoke with Big, you know what I'm saying? They spoke with Nas. I know even the situation that happened with 50, Brothers spoke about it and left it where it was. 50 took us to a strip club in Chicago, man.
Oh, wow.
We laughed. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I love? Yeah. I love when I saw Ghost and Cap and Jay-Z Throw Your Hands Up video. That was just dope to me. I was like, oh shit, that's Ghost and Cap, because I always wanted to see us in the town unified. I always wanted to see, because I think Jay got a joint with Ray, but he wanted Ghost on it, so he didn't put it out. But he wanted both of them on it. I'm like, yo, that'll be dope. MCs, as far as coming up in the game, did you ever hit those ciphers with the other artists? Oh no! Before we do that, what other songs was you supposed to be on that you wasn't on that everybody know?
Songs that I was supposed to be on? I don't know, man. Shit, I would have liked to have been on a couple of joints. You know what I'm saying?
Give them the songs you would have liked to have been on.
I was there when Ray and Ghost was doing the thing for the Jodeci remix.
Classic.
I would have loved to get a verse on that one. I got a verse on the Jodeci. That is another trick one, like a Tupac joint. Y'all gotta look up the Jodeci Life remix.
Life?
And find the verse. Jodeci did a Life.
Okay.
You know that song?
Yeah, from the movie.
Jodeci Life remix, exactly. There's a version with me on it. Now, if y'all nice, y'all find that one too and tell them Doggie Diamonds sent you there.
Facts.
The Jodeci Life remix that started out with Inspectah Deck on it. That's rare, bro. You might find a unicorn first, but it's out there.
A leprechaun, right?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely out there. I heard it recently. I was just bugging, like, I forgot that I had to swindle my way in there. Another one I would have liked to have been on, man, like there's so many though. I would have loved to have been on the Meth and Mary remix. You're all I need.
Mm.
Come on, man. I thought that was sick. That collabo. You know what I'm saying? Just how they in the video nod
Yeah,
their
yeah.
head together. But
That song
yeah,
changed Meth life. That was it. That was the one that just
yeah,
changed the whole dynamic. And that's when he was a star. He was a superstar after that. He wasn't the
yeah.
same.
You
Wasn't the
got that
same.
Grammy, bro. If
Yeah, it
you get that
wasn't.
Grammy, then you change.
Was not the same.
Yeah.
You know what I would have liked to have heard you on? The K Def and Larry O Real Live remix. I think Cap is on there. Killer Sin is on there. You remember that song?
I remember that song.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
have liked.
I wasn't around for that.
Yeah, that would have been dope. Um, was at one point was like Capadonna officially like the MC leader of everybody? Because I always
Mm,
heard that he was first one spitting out of everybody, and everybody kind of like followed him a little bit.
well, yeah, as far as the Staten Island,
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
so as far as RZA, Jizza, and ODB, they came from Brooklyn. They was already doing what they was doing
Mm-hmm.
for years. You know what I'm saying? So I could say that Cap, he might have sparked me, you God, Raekwon, and yeah, I could definitely say me, Ray, and you God. Maybe a little bit of Meth, because Meth was coming from Long Island with his own thing.
Mm-hmm.
But Cap was definitely a general. Cap was winning rap contests, rap battles around the way. Cap had, mixtapes before mixtapes. Cap just had whole tapes, A and B side, cassette tapes. That's for y'all youngins, man. You
Yeah.
rock the A side and the B side, let the tape flip over, and it was just all Cap, like just going in on different beats, old school break beats and all that. So he shed the light on me as far as you know somebody that's in my face that I know that's getting busy. He might have been one of the first people. I had other cats from my hood, the Bliff brothers, my man Dion, rest in peace. My boy Dion, his cousin was my neighbor.
Mm.
So they used to come and I used to catch them in the hallway having their ciphers. They used to be in the hallway. One nigga be beatboxing and they getting their rhymes together and doing different routines and things. So I used to always wonder what was up with that. And they used to always like let me come through and listen to them. One of you got a track with my man Scotty Watt on there called The Epicenter. Scotty Watt's one of those dudes that was before Cap that might have Cap how to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, my personal favorite, like I said, my man Dion, DJ Quincy, MC Punch, they used to come from the Bronx. Punch used to come from the Bronx. He used to bring that whole Just Ice looking style. He used to have the leather Jamaican hats.
Yeah.
Whole style was different. They all used to bring their fashion. Even Jizza coming from Brooklyn to visit RZA when RZA lived in Park Hill. Jizza got one red Puma on, one blue Puma on. Came and then like all the style and everything. So this is the dudes that made me feel like I wanted to do it. And then Cap was the one that came to me like, yo, nigga, watch me. Do it like this. And you want to know the illest dude you going to ever have to battle? And pull the mirror out. And he told me like, yo, practice your rhymes in front of the full-length mirror and act like you battling yourself. And for me, yo, that's one of the illest. I still do that to this day. Like I could write a rhyme and I get in the mirror and look at myself. And like, do you convince yourself with that?
Facts, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, if you convince yourself with it in the mirror, you know what I mean? And it helps you. It's like you emphasize your words at the right point. It gives you, I don't know, I don't even know what you call it, bro, but it's like a tune-up. It's like sparring with yourself in the mirror.
Shadow boxing. Shadow boxing. Wow, we said it at the same time. Wow, shadow boxing.
Exactly. So you know what I'm talking about. And that's what that shadow boxing song was pretty much doing.
Oh, wow.
Off that album. What was that, Jizza? Yeah, Jizza's album, Liquid Swords. But, yeah, Cap taught me how to shadow box, if you want to put it like that. You know what I'm saying? How to lyrically shadow box.
Give me a beat that you passed on that you shouldn't have passed on.
Wu Gambino's.
What?
Wu Gambino's. When I first heard it, I didn't hear everything, so I just heard like,
Is Wu Gambino's the joint that Ghost starts? Poisonous Paragraph, that joint?
No. That's me on that. I start that.
Yo, yeah. What song is that?
Wu Gambino's is "Who Come to Get You, Son? I'm on guns to be the first to set off shit, last to run. Move up together. I call
That's
my
with the
brother
pianos. That's the pianos. Wow.
Yeah, when I first heard it, it didn't do it to me like that. But then after I heard he put the strings in there and the drums, and then I heard Chef going, yo, this go for niggas who know who blow like Gayo, Lato plus cooler than Barbados. I was like, yo, it was done already.
So what's the Poisonous Paragraph? What song is that again?
That's Guillotine.
But those songs come on one after the other or something like that, right? Are they not intertwined, or am I retarded or something like that right now? I think they're close to each other because I always get them songs mixed up.
Yeah, Wu Gambino's, I believe, is on the WuTang album. I forget. But the other one is Iron Man.
Because you know what? It's a beat that's a skit on one of the albums, but then y'all end up rhyming to it. That's what it is. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, it was a skit. That's what I'm thinking right now. Because I remember it was a little bit of the beat played.
That's Lounger. That's Lounger on the skit.
Wow.
Too,
wow. Yo.
Yeah.
The St. Oz beat. Why nobody ever rapped to that St. Oz beat? That beat was fire.
I got the St. Oz beat in my laptop right now. I got that from math years ago. Yeah, it's just I rhyme at that at shows.
Nah, you got to do a
record
record to
over,
that.
I used to throw freestyles off of the St. Oz beat. Yeah, that's one of the crazy.
Yeah, that you gotta do a joint to that.
Yeah,
you gotta do a joint. So you passed on Wu Gambino's. What else?
Yeah, I passed on Wu Gambino's. What else did I pass on? I don't really pass on too much, bro, because a lot of times when I hear it, I go first. I'm not waiting for nobody. I got a 16 in my pocket. I'm like, yo, I'm ready right now, bro.
Yeah.
Let's get it. And but for the most part, there's a lot of joints that I purposely skipped out on. Like I said, some things don't hit me right away. It might hit me later. I definitely know I wanted to get on Wu Gambino. I wanted to get on Ice Water. Tommy Hill, Ice Rockin' niggas, yo.
Yeah.
After Jesus, I saw a few niggas snip blow called seizures, like that one.
The Purple Tape period, man. Woo.
Yeah. There's so much. There's a lot of joints, man. And then there's joints that I had for myself that I gave away, like Stay True on Ghost.
I was going to get into that. The production, you did the beat.
Yeah, I did that beat to Stay True.
What equipment was you using back then?
I was using the EPS 16 Plus. I was using I had a little MPC. I wasn't too good with the MPC, so I kind of just stuck with the Ensoniq stuff. Then I got an ASR.
I'm about to say, because people don't know, the EPS, they had a rack mount, and then they had a keyboard too. But that was before the ASR. Yeah, you had the keyboard.
I had the EPS, the 16 Plus was like the bike with the training wheels. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's that's 12 speed. So I learned I took the baby steps. I learned True Master showed me a lot of things for the cycle. RZA showed me a lot. Like RZA taught me how to work the EPS without even teaching me. I just watched his hands. I used to just, everybody was doing what they was doing. I used to just be right there with them. Like, yo, what was that? How you did that? What you did? Edit track? Okay. Edit sequence? Okay. And he would just tell me, edit track and chop it, boom, boom. Because sometimes trying to teach somebody something, you got to stop what you're doing.
It's a little annoying.
Yeah, it's annoying. So I'm just like, nah, I'm just watching his hands, and I'm understanding what he's doing. I seen he made the sample smaller, or he stretched it out. There's different things that he was doing. So I just bought one. I bought an ASR and just learned on my own, man.
Where's your ASR 10 right now?
My ASR 10 is in the studio on Staten Island, man.
Okay.
Still got it.
Wow.
A bomb-proof case.
Wow.
I had the Triton. I gave the Triton to my man Street Life. I gave my ASR X to my boy K Rel. Like, I just was like, yo, y'all make beats.
Yeah.
I had a machine. The machine. I gave that to you, God's son.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? My man Intel, young Intel, because he reminded me of a young Q-Tip coming up. He got that eccentric shit. I feel like he gonna be the leader of a group of shit. I don't know what it is, but he got that charisma. And I was like, yo, you're gonna be next, bro. I don't know what you're gonna do, but here. All I want is dope ass track when you
Yeah,
make
yeah.
it.
Make sure you give me mine, because I just so you gave up Stay True. It's another one that.
I gave Meth Spazzola
Mm,
and Elements on Cal.
mm,
Um, I gave You God Glide
mm,
on You God's Redemption album. I gave Old Dirty, Resident Old Dirty. I gave them Uncertainty on the Bobby Digital album.
mm.
Jizza, I gave Beneath the Surface.
Wow.
Yeah, man. You know, like I said, Go State. Yeah, I gave away a lot of joints, man. You know what I'm saying? Gave away
Mm-hmm.
a lot. I had an album that was ready to go, but I couldn't do nothing because I was still really like in that middle of that field and that fight with them lawyers trying to get out of the initial contracts, man.
Um,
So
did your legal fees mount a lot at that time, or like did they
yeah,
cut you? Yeah.
and I spent a lot of money out of my pocket just to get out them situations, and what it did, it took a lot of the time away from me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't make up for that time when you sitting out, you sitting on the sideline. Even when I signed my deal in '95, my album didn't come out to '97 because Loud Records got dropped by RCA
Yes.
because RCA got dropped by BMG, and Sony had picked up all the contracts. So next thing you know, I got merged with Relativity Records on Sony, and then I was now I'm teamed up with Crucial Conflict, and
Common was there. I think Common was there.
yeah,
The
Common,
Beat
Crucial
Nuts
Conflict,
was there.
Project Pat, Nas, all types of people, Fat Joe. It was now I'm in a list of all these people, and I'm like, my name is 35th out the
Yeah,
hat.
you got to
You
try
know
to get
what
on this
I'm
calendar now, because they keeping the
saying?
lights
Yeah,
on. Yeah, they keeping the lights on. Yep.
exactly. So now I gotta, I feel like I'm a shark, but I'm in a pond with other sharks now, and bigger
Mm-hmm.
sharks and whales. Like I'm just like, damn, bro, there's not enough water in here to swim.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Man. So I just had to like, you know what? I'm getting out of Dodge. I'm getting out of all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So when I was able to get free of everything, that's when I decided, you know what? I'm gonna find another lane. You know
Mm.
what I mean? I'm not gonna beat myself in the head to try to feel like I'm gonna continuously put out these albums. I'm trying to prove to these niggas that I'm either the dopest or I'm the hardest or I'm the flyest. This game is you got to be something. So you got to make people check for you in some form or fashion, dog. So I just said, after sitting it out for so long, I said, you know what? I'm gonna find another lane. I found the smokers, the skateboarders, the stoner lane. When I teamed up with my boy Esoteric and decided I want to do this CZARFACE thing.
I was gonna go into that. Yep. Czarface. When I saw your name on it, I was like, huh? Inspectah Deck, because I know who Esoteric. He was in a group with 7L before, right?
Yeah. Seven
So
L's.
that's where I know him from. I know the name, and that was like the raucous record scene, and that real, we call it book bag. You know what I'm saying? With that real hip hop purist stuff. So when I seen that, it was interesting to me because I never seen these Inspectah Deck features all over everywhere. So to see you even doing a feature with somebody and doing a project with somebody outside of the clan was deep. How has that been?
Yeah, it's been one of the best decisions that I've made, bro. Like,
Mm,
I know a lot of the fans look at it like, yo, why didn't you do this, or why didn't you put this on, or why didn't you put this dude on, or why you working with the white boys? I've heard everything, bro. But my thing is like, you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what's successful and works for you. I can't sit here and be like, yo, oh, niggas want me to put an album out, so I'm gonna go and put out another album and got all these hard beats and I got all of this, and then it don't go nowhere because you don't got the right push or you don't got the machine behind you.
mm-hmm.
I put 2 albums out, bro. I put out Uncontrolled Substance and I put out The Movement on labels where I had label deals, and I was basically signed to the label. And outside of Uncontrolled Substance, Uncontrolled Substance was a gold album.
Mm.
even after the flood and everything happened. But imagine had I would have got that full RZA production and the whole album would have been produced by RZA and it would have, the flood didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
We're having a different conversation right now. You know what I'm saying? Like once you get that Super Bowl ring, bro, you qualified to be an analyst now. You know what I'm saying? You qualified to speak on it. Me, I have the group success. I have, with WuTang, we sold X amount of million records, man. You know what I'm saying? Some Black Beatles shit.
Mm-hmm.
But solo wise, I don't get the respect solo wise because I personally haven't had a Source Award for one of my records or a Grammy or I've never been on the Hot 5 at 9 or the Hot 9 at 5 or whatever countdown is going on because I didn't make that radio single.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And me personally, when I make my shit, man, I don't make my shit to be like I want to be the greatest MC or I want to be this or I want to be that. My whole shit was like I just wanted to be heard.
Mm.
Came up in the game and what made me want to rap is when I heard Big Daddy Kane say, "Let it roll, get bold. I just can't hold back." So, but I'm the man, the controlling the effects of what the heck, rock the discotheque, and then that fucking sound came in.
Yeah, yep.
Niggas started hitting the floor. That was the hip hop to me. Like I came in a time before it was money driven.
Mm.
And so it's like I came in off of that love. That's why like I said, I always kept my career hip hop. I didn't put all my felons and I didn't put my whole rap sheet on wax. You know what I'm saying? Mad shit you don't know about me still.
Yeah, because I never heard nothing about you, besides on It's Been 20. I didn't know that you got 2 felony. I didn't know all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dudes don't know none of my shit, man. I in my rap sheet got everything on it, bro. From assault and battery, gun possession to robbery, everything you can name. Selling to police. Half of that shit is public knowledge, man. You could go look my shit up. You could look up my sheet right now and see this nigga got mad shit going all over. And it's like, I'm more of a humble person. Like I like to carry myself humble. I don't speak about none of that because it ain't really nothing I like to glorify, bro. Like I escaped a lot. I escaped death so many times, bro. It's like I'm cool. I don't ever want to go back to that, man. Like I had niggas. I'm good in jail, nigga. I'm straight.
Yeah, you're like who wants to be good in jail?
Who wants to be good in jail? I want to be good here. I want to be good out on the street. I want to be good with my family. I want to be good with my loved ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be good financially. I want to be good health-wise. Give a fuck about how much time you got on the phone, bro.
Yeah.
So, I always try to skip that, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I come from, 160, how 160 is, I could see up the block and down the block from my window. So that's kind of like window, what you guys was saying, like, he wrote in this book, that be in the window. Nigga, I was outside. I respect him because he didn't want to put my business out there like that and tell, Deck was doing this and that. And I understand that because I'm linked with certain shit. It's shit that I can't talk about.
Yeah.
And I'm glad he can talk about. Yeah. But like I said, it's public knowledge, bro. You can go online and look it up and say, yo.
I wanted to ask you, you was immortalized in a record that wasn't your record, the Group Home record. What did you hear when you first heard that? Living Proof. That's you. So leave it up to me when I be living proof. That life is. When you first heard that, was you like, oh shit, like that's me?
Yeah, no, I thought it was dope, man. I shouted Primo out. Primo's my man. I was like, yo, that's a hot one right there. You know what I'm saying? He used a couple of joints with me too.
I was about to say that. Yeah.
But I always liked Group Home. I thought Group Home was a good idea, man. Little Dap and Nutcracker and shit. You know what I'm saying? I used to rock with both of them. Shout out both of them cats. Yeah, it was just dope, man. It's like I got a bunch of quotables that niggas could use like that to scratch up in their records, man, and make a dope record out of it. But just hearing that, how Primo did it, hearing them talk that gritty Brooklyn shit, and then my shit come behind as a hook, that's dope to me, man. And that goes to what I'm saying. Like, that's not a radio record.
Facts. But it's one of the biggest hip-hop records of all time. Yep.
Exactly, bro. And that shit, you know what? 10 years from now, you can still throw that on and and then to be like boom, do do do, bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Superstar.
No, yeah, that's Superstar, but Living Proof is the joint to say that so Superstar, yeah.
Group home.
Yeah. That's forever. That's forever.
10 years from now, bro.
Yeah,
and it will still rock.
Yep.
You got radio hits that you can't play.
Yeah.
Not even 10 days from now, you ain't rocking that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, I that's what I appreciated coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't like to glorify the violence. I don't like to glorify, the typical hood shit we do. You know what I'm saying? Even though I lived it, been through it, I'm 50 now, bro. I escaped it. I'm glad to still be alive because I could have been dead so many times. Every corner you turn, bro, it's like it could have been right then and there. And I was the same way. Like, we 18, 19 out there. We handling guns. We handling drugs. We going 145th and Broadway, dealing with Dominicans, dealing with the poppies that don't even understand the language, bro. Next thing you know, you getting backed out on. Yo, give me everything, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
They be like, Poppy, I got that flavor. 145th and Broadway. They had all the fly clothes up there too, though. All the gear was
but on that's what you had to do. You had to go buy a pair of kicks or something to throw them off. You know what I mean? Like, we go get a shirt while I'm here.
Another hip hop legend just passed away. We heard about it recently, but we come to find out he passed away on Halloween. MF Doom. Did you ever get a chance to meet MF Doom, or was you ever supposed to do any records with him? Because CZARFACE, it just looked like it would have just fit with the whole CZARFACE thing.
Oh yeah, man. I got a post on my gram right now. I don't post as much as I used to, but I did a project with MF Doom, man, on CZARFACE. It's CZARFACE versus MF Doom, bro. And the album is the CZARFACE mask and his mask split in half down the middle, so it's like makes one face. Yeah, man, I was happy to do it because I know he wanted to do one with Ghost for a long time.
Yes.
They both had those masks and shit. That would have been dope. Like Ghost got the mask, he got the mask, and but I don't think that project ever happened. I know they recorded some things, but I don't. Quote me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think it came out. So when the idea came to me, that's exactly what I said. Like, yo, he's doing the same thing. Like, he been doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I come up from that lane. We grow up watching Channel 5 cartoons and WWF and all the wild shit you hear in CZARFACE. So us teaming up, it only made sense. I was like, yo, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm not mistaken, I think he's in Ghana. He wasn't able to get into the country. Or something prevented him from being in the U.S. So, we kind of did our things basically, international things.
So y'all flew the beats like he said?
Yeah, he was flying his vocals in, you know what I'm saying? We throwing him the beats. But like I said, he was either in Ghana or Jamaica somewhere.
So hold up, you have an official project with MF Doom out there?
I got an official project with MF Doom. CZARFACE meets Metal Face.
Wow. And it came out?
Yeah.
See, this is stuff that that gotta come on, man. The world gotta know these things because
that's why CZARFACE is one of the best decisions I made to just try a different lane because I was doing the same thing and wasn't working. You know what I'm saying? And not to mention, like I said, I'm not one of them dudes that's jumping out the window. Yeah, look at me, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Making it all about me. My personality is more like, yeah, it was good. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. My presence is felt, but I ain't got to be the loudest nigga in the room.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So doing the CZARFACE was like, yeah, it gave me a break from doing WuTang. WuTang is deep, son. I gotta pull my sword out and be, I got ghosts coming behind me. I got a Ray going in front of me. You know what I'm saying? I got Bastard Killer over here on my side. I got, you know what I'm saying? I got Chisel over here on the right side. So it's like it's sword swinging. With CZARFACE, it allows me to speak that pop culture. I can pop shit about what happened on the gram yesterday, or whatever the case. You know what I'm saying? And I found it to be honestly a little more fun. You know what I'm saying? It's us. It's like, yo, what's the total weight of the world?
Yeah. CZARFACE is no expectations. No expectations.
Yeah, CZARFACE is just, man, like, catch me slow dancing with Scarlett Johansson. Like I could say whatever comes to mind and keep it funky, keep it hip hop, and they know that.
Mm.
A lot of the shit we say in WuTang, like the God came over and just dropped my culture cipher, God.
The God left the lessons on my dresser. Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of the shit it does. A lot of heads catch on, but a lot of heads it went over their head.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas CZARFACE is more, it's right on their level, man. It's speaking the language of today and right now, but we doing it with old school fundamentals. You know what I'm saying? And that by itself, like that CZARFACE Doom album, man, that shit did well. It did well for an independent record. Us putting it out on our own. Like I said, I'm not signing no more crazy contracts. Just doing distribution deals. I got 5 projects with CZARFACE, as well as 3 instrumental projects with CZARFACE, making it like 8 total projects. We got comic books, we got action figures.
Wow.
Like if you see the Ghostface doll and the Raekwon doll and the Meth doll, that's the CZARFACE doll. Same dude makes it. We did it a long time ago and set the blueprint for that. The Sean P doll.
Yes.
All them dolls, that comes from CZARFACE, bro. That's we was first with that.
Wow.
Respect to everybody, but I want y'all to know we started that. And if you go to getondown.com, you get all the CZARFACE merchandise, man. We got everything: socks, hats, pajamas. You know what I'm saying? It turned out to be bigger than I ever thought it could be, man. Like I said, five projects in, 3 instrumentals, comic books, action figures, toys. You know what I'm saying?
Did it make you fall in love with the game again?
Yeah, it made me get back in tune with it, because when you're going through the struggle of it, it's hard to be creative. It's hard to be creative, and you know it, man. I got lawyers on my ass. I got deadlines. I got this. I got that. I got sample clearance. I got to worry about this. It's hard to get into your creative process when you're going through that. So me coming out of that phase right into a CZARFACE project was like, yo, fine, let's do this. And then, like I said, I get to have fun. I don't got to be so deep. You know what I'm saying? But I like to be anyway. I like to let them know that's just how I am. I'm always thinking. So you're never going to hear some just super dumbed down shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If I feel like I got to tone my thing down to get a point across, I might do that. But I'm still going to give you that jewelry in there. I'm still going to, put the engagement ring in the spaghetti for you.
Yeah.
In there on you.
I love to ask every artist this, because different artists have different experiences.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen any like crazy, spooky, ritual, weird shit in this game that you was like, what just happened just now? What's going on?
Man, yeah, I've seen some crazy stuff. Don't say no names, bro, because I don't want to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We ain't gotta say no names.
I'm gonna come in with new energy. We ain't even gonna name nobody. We gonna spare y'all, bro. Spare y'all.
He gonna spare y'all. If I find out, I'm telling you. But anyway, go ahead. Yeah.
I'm gonna find out. He can spill the beans on y'all, man. But for me, I'm gonna just give you a crazy scenario. We went to a house party in Hollywood. It was half of us. You know what I'm saying? We went to the house party. We saw a lot of famous faces in there. It was partying, mingling. Of course, we like the uninvited guests. You know what I'm saying? We the hood niggas walking through the mansion. And it just was crazy, man. Like I remember, me and Ghost would tell you this too. We opened up a couple of doors just trying to see what was going on. And I'm gonna tell y'all that too, man. Y'all up and coming rappers, y'all make it to Hollywood, y'all get invited to these parties and all that. Don't be curious, bro. Don't be opening doors. And all
don't open them. Cat Williams told you, don't open them doors.
Bro, we opened the door and we saw it. You know what I'm saying? We saw a whole lot of,
And it was people that you were familiar with.
Yeah.
Wow.
A whole lot of inappropriate activity, man, going on. And, it was like, okay, oh shit, let's close that door. Close that back. After you see it, you see with your own eyes, like, oh shit, what? Oh, close that. You walk there's a balcony. We looking down. And it's just a lot of, nothing against gay people. There's a lot of gay shit going on. Me personally, I love women. What's that? Homo sapien?
Yeah.
That's regular shit, right? So it's like, I'm pro women.
Yeah.
Let's put it like that. I said I got gay family members, so I
heterosexual.
Heterosexual.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So like I said, I'm not trying to shit or downplay.
Yeah, but it's weird when you didn't know it. People giving it up like that, and you just like, yo, ain't he? Oh,
exactly.
wow.
You open the door and you just see a whole some type of Roman Caligula shit going on in broad day. You close the door, bro. You keep it moving, unless you bout that life. And,
So it's your favorite actors, your favorite rappers, and then people see them later, and they'll see you like, yo, Deck, what's up? And you like,
let me tell you something. They saw us peek in the door, right? They saw us peek in the door. When we closed the door and left, and now we examining other parts of the party, same dudes come up to us. Hey, yo, man, yo. They're your best friend now. Because they know you saw. And now they want to check your tempers. They want to see what you know or how you feel about it. You know what I'm saying? And I think in that case, that lets them know if you can come back to the house again.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So I know I ain't never been invited back. So I kind of know how I feel I know how they stand when it comes to me.
Yeah.
I'll skip that type of party anyway.
Fact. So, we here 2021. It's the beginning of the year. What's some of the things you got going on before we close out with the people? What's some of the things you working on? Me and you working on something behind the scenes. We don't want to announce that yet because you still got it. But what's some of the other things you got going on?
Man, we working on this album right now. We still doing the TrackLib project. If y'all familiar with tracklib.com,
Eric Sermon.
Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Eric Sermon for sure. Prince Paul. So I'm working with them right now, putting together a project, and just to promote bringing sampling back to the game. Because a lot of the true sound went away when
it took the soul away. It took the soul away.
Yeah. So and I know what people say about sampling. It's ripping people off. It ain't real music. It ain't creative. This, that, and the third, man. But when you hip hop, dog, and you come from where we came from, and you come from where the art form came from, man, it's so much more expression. Hip hop is so expressive that we only look at one angle of it, man. When we was coming up, hip hop was your pants, your sneakers, your jacket, your shirt, your hat, the way you walk,
the way you talk. Your slang, it was everything. That was hip hop. That was the culture. Because people always talk about culture, but I keep telling people culture. Y'all confusing genre with culture. Culture is the way you walk, the way you talk, what you eat, how you eat the food. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's culture.
Yeah, that's the culture, man. So it's like, we just trying to big up the culture with it, man, and when they say culture vultures, for sure, like there's people that take our energy and manipulate it. They take our dress code, they take our hairstyles, they take everything, our fashion, they mold it into their own and throw it this way and throw it that way. And like even how you say Camp Low, right? You mentioned Camp. The way Camp Low was rhyming back then was way ahead of the time. The way they was dressing back then. That's how dudes was dressing now.
Yeah.
They was being called suspects. And
I thought they wrist was broke. I ain't gonna lie. But the rhymes and the cadence, because me and Sonny T were talking about like, yo, I thought you was a limp wrist dude, but you was so dope. Like, yo, I couldn't. And then when I heard Jay-Z, I was like, oh, you got a little, but they was working with the same producer. Ski Beats was doing their joints, and so it was so similar. You know what I'm saying? So you got the TrackLib project coming.
I got the TrackLib project coming. Another compilation I'm doing, working with young artists from around the way, trying to put a couple of the new generation Staten Island heads on and give them something different, man. Trying to take it away from WuTang. You know what I mean? Because ever since us, it hasn't been another artist to come out of Staten Island.
Yeah, we need Staten Island, not Shaolin.
Yeah, Staten Island. Shaolin was up. You know what I'm saying? WuTang, all that. That was us. We did that. Now we need the next, whatever's next coming from out Staten Island. And there's a bunch of talent out there that's not on no WuTang shit. My man C Black, you know what I'm saying? Spank Just Business. There's a bunch of people that's coming up, man, that's doing their own thing, and you know, they solid, you know what I'm saying? And we just trying to create platforms for that. And you know, and get it away from the karate chops and all that, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll live with that for the rest of my life. That's my
Yeah.
but you know, for the shorties coming up, you know, just giving them an alternative. Like, yo, man, you don't have to do what we did. Do it your way, do what you do. And you know, we got
any WuTang projects coming up? Like everybody's kind of mums the word. Any more WuTang stuff coming out?
shit. I know we got another CZARFACE project coming out, but
yeah.
But we were thinking about doing CZARFACE versus WuTang. You know, like because like I said, we got CZARFACE meets Metalface, the MF Doom joint. We got CZARFACE versus Ghostface. We did an album with Ghost.
Oh, what? See, I got it now. I gotta go dig in these bags now.
Y'all go to iTunes, man. Y'all go to iTunes. Just type in CZARFACE. It'll all pop up for you, man. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got iTunes, just wherever you streaming your stuff from, you know, we hit Tidal, we hit Spotify, we on everything, man.
You know, it might be kind of like a little eclectic and weird, but in a good way. CZARFACE meets Bobby Digital.
I would like CZARFACE meets Scarface. You know what I'm saying? CZARFACE versus Scarface. Come on, man. Just for shock value of it. But nah, you know, we thinking about doing CZARFACE versus WuTang, where it's like we just get all the clan members to get on different tracks, you know what I'm saying, and spar with us on different subjects. And you know, we got some people that's interested in it, and you know, that could be possibly next, you know. And outside of that, bro, like, you know, I'm tying my hands in the marijuana products too. You know, we got Meth, we got Ray, we got Ghost, we got everybody doing their thing. So
you got your strand already?
Yeah, I'm coming with the Riley Fingers, man. You know?
Yeah.
Riley Fingers line is up under the way, man. COVID slowed things down, but you know, it's here. It's a new year. We about to pop off. We got a bunch of new things, chocolates, gummies, and lozenges, man. So y'all get ready to watch out for that, man. It's brought to you by myself and Coyote Cannabis.
You know, before we go, this album, this one album, WuTang album, one copy. What was your thoughts on all that? I never really heard your take on that.
Man, we got swindled, bro.
Wow.
We got swindled out there. To be honest, man, I did a favor for a producer named Silver Ring. And you know what we did. You know, he paid me to do a couple of songs on the album, and with the understanding that the album was for a mixtape that was going to be released in Europe. And what happened? He got me, he got Ray, he got all of us to do this. And instead of keeping it funky and keeping his word, he basically, I don't know if he let RZA talk him out the album or if he went to RZA with the album. Like, yo, I got everybody. It seemed like a snake deal to me, like he went to RZA, you know what I'm saying, and gave RZA the album, and then they put their thoughts together and came up with whatever they came up with about, you know, auctioning it, putting it in that box and all the, you know, everything that came with it. My thing is, like, for me, bro, they said they sold it for $2 million charity. I didn't get a dime. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get a dime with the $2 million. Not only did I not get a dime, but I got sued by a homeboy that made the box.
Wow.
Because he thought we got PC. He thought we got that $2 million.
So your name is in the lawsuit?
My name is in the lawsuit, bro, just because I'm Wu-Tang Clan. He sued Wu-Tang Clan. Although I got nothing to do outside of the contract that says I got paid for the verses I spit by this motherfucker over here. Silver Rings. I got nothing to do with what RZA said. RZA, you know what I'm saying? Or what RZA told you, or what they said they was going to give you, or whatever you did, nigga. Me and you never had a conversation. Wow. We ain't got no paper trail. We ain't got no email trail. Get out my face, bro.
Wow.
It costing me money. I got to pay a lawyer just to tell you the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I was salty off of that for sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm still looking for where the 2 million went. It'd be
Yeah.
nice to know. I'd like to know what charity that is. You know?
We gonna dig and we gonna ask some questions. So give them all your social media.
Yeah, man. You know, follow me on the gram, INS_TAGRAMS. You know, Facebook is Rebellion. What's my Facebook? Oh yeah, at Rebellion 2020, and my Twitter is Inspectah Woo. So yeah, reach out, hit me up, man. Take my followers up to 1 million followers or something, man.
Yeah, we
You know
need you. We need you on that. And me and you got some stuff we working on behind the scenes that we'll be able to tell the people soon. You know,
Yeah.
but yeah, Inspectah Deck is I thought I never thought he was standoffish because when I shot the Milk the Cow video, you was there for that. You actually in the video. But I didn't think you do interviews. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm like, yo, he don't do interviews. He don't do. Then when I hit you one day, you was like, yo, whenever. I'm like, oh shit, but we did an interview that day. But I always thought
For everybody, man. Yeah. I can't give everybody that shit. I do interviews with people that I respect, man.
Got you.
I really
appreciate
watch
you.
your show or whatever the case.
I appreciate you. So yo, Deck, let me let you go. We gonna build. It's late now and stuff. So I'm gonna call you tomorrow afternoon, and we gonna build and put the plays together that we need to play. And I'm gonna walk you through some stuff. And yo, thank you for coming on. I'll hit you up tomorrow.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. I know y'all heard my daughter wailing out in the background. Love is real. It ain't Memorex. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And shout out to the Diamondville. You gotta. What's your squad called, man?
I don't know, man. I gotta figure out what we call each other, but I just call them my family. You know what I'm saying? Because they really like family. They remember me at 300 pounds. They remember me, and they've been with me so long. So I'd rather call them like family. You know, family is forever. You know what I'm saying? But
shout out to the Diamond family, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm definitely a part of the Diamond family. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Deck. I will build with you later on. Peace.
All right, peace, brother.
Peace. Yep.
Salute.
So yeah, y'all. That was Inspectah Deck from the legendary group WuTang Clan, also a part of a new conglomerate called CZARFACE. And I got to go do my research because I didn't know they had all them projects. You know what I'm saying? I definitely got to go look that up. So I want to thank y'all for joining me today. Salute to everybody. Again, I got the promo on the screen if you need some promotion, videos like this. If you want your, banner on this video, hit that promotion up. You know what I'm saying? That's a different promotion, but hit me up. Nonetheless, I'm Doggie Diamonds. I'm out of here. I will holler at y'all later on. And with that, I say peace. Make sure you click subscribe, youtube.com/Doggie Diamonds TV. Until next time, peace.